Good afternoon, everybody. How we doing, traders? How the hell are we doing? Mr. Slayer, Trader 007NQ, Zaza, Millet. Yeah, what a day indeed, boys. What a day indeed. Hell of a week. I feel like I've lived a couple lifetimes this week. Just me? Let's see what we got going on here. Welcome to the afternoon session, guys. Last segment of the week. Pretty successful week, I'd say. A lot of good streams. Wasn't here for all of them, but had a couple laughs. Had a couple of, I'm sure, a couple of crash outs. It's all good for the soul. Okay. Let's close the week strong, okay? That's going to be our number one goal for this afternoon. Regardless of trades taken, let's close the week strong. Okay? At the moment, I see nothing. We do have, I suppose, some consecutive candle SMT between 1230 and 1245 between ES and NQ as well as YM. So you've got this failure swing here on NQ. Right up here. You can see YM and ES both took that high. And then we created a 15-minute breaker here. Now, that's not enough for me. I would like to see either some SMT form inside of this range or potentially at the PM high or lunch high. I'm not just because we went up all week. To me, it doesn't mean that we're going to have a TGIF where we retrace to 20 to 30% of the weekly range. That ain't what I'm saying. Let's take a look at what that would look like though. Range low, range high for the week. TGIF, that takes you all the way back down to 26,488 for 20%. 30% is 26,290. So we're talking about a move that is several hundred points. So we have to think, okay, what kind of backdrop do we have? Just because it's Friday, it doesn't mean shit, right? We've delivered all-time highs on the back adjusted contract. That is true. So has every other asset. Actually, YM is not. Okay. Short-term SMT, all we have is this 15-minute consecutive candle SMT. No previous hour, no nothing like that. Not even a 30-minute. And the only asset that confirmed the 15-minute breaker ES did not, NQ and YM did. Where does this take us? -2 takes you down below AM low, which I could see being a spot. I'm gonna sit out on it though. We're gonna observe. It isn't something that what I was looking for shorts is I wanted to see some sort of session SMT. So like maybe see lunch take AM and then we create a breaker and then we get some lunch high SMT to then allow NQ to get short from there. That would have been a higher prob. But this one is, yeah, it's not as good to me. If you guys are in it though, good luck. Good luck if you're riding. Looks like ship traffic has resumed in the Strait of Hormuz after reopening today. So let's check the Hormuz tracker. Hasn't been updated yet. No surprise there. The free thing. Things are looking pretty good. We'll also we are also on the Lab X page as well. Welcome to anyone watching that. Don't know if we have anyone viewing that yet. Might change. We had like 80 viewers yesterday. All right. Yeah, we stream the afternoons too. We're dialed right in, man. We're dialed right in. London AM PM, Monday to Friday. On repeat. We're coming for that crown. There's so many drinks on the go. Gotta give props to the missus for that smoothie. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Don't have anything. We're taking into this breaker. All we have is that, like I said, the consecutive candle SMT. Oh, update on, I guess, this morning's trade that I took. For those of you who weren't here, in the AM stream, I did take longs. They were back here. I know most of you were here. I'll give you an update on how those went. So we'll do a little quick recap. So we'll start on the high time frame, okay? Just a quick breakdown. These are good educational points. So we can timestamp this too. To, I guess, what would it be? 13 minutes? 13 minutes? Yeah. Okay. So going into the day, we had already had a massive expansion from the London session. We created this Asia low SMT during just before London session, kind of London pre-market. And then we had this Asia low SMT. We then created this 15-minute breaker, closing above this high right here, okay? From there, we began our expansion once we closed above it at 330. And then we began our aggressive expansion up higher. 630, we had a nice retracement into this gap here. This is also, this low here at 515 is an hourly, the high of an hourly for value gap. We had SMT inside of there. So you could drop down to a low time frame and find a nice breaker inside of here. That's going to be a beautiful setup. It's going to be a nice 30-minute swing in there. So you'll find a nice like 1 minute, 3 minute breaker block inside of there that you could take continuations off of because the draw has not been met yet of previous daily high, right? And then we began getting some aggressive news, well, some really bullish news about between Iran and US about the Strait of Hormuz being opened, yada, yada, yada. US and Iran agreeing for like a $20 billion cash sale of Iran's uranium, which wasn't the big deal. The big deal today was that we made a lot of progress between US and Iran, or a lot of progress was made between US and Iran to essentially get the Strait of Hormuz open. Okay, so the ceasefire deal is kind of dependent on that, right? The Strait of Hormuz will remain open so long as the ceasefire remains intact. So those two things kind of coincide, and then we're going to have potentially some talks this weekend again in Pakistan. Further details to be determined. So that brought a lot of bullish sentiment to the market, large scale expansion in the pre-market, leaving all-time highs, formed this 9 o'clock high that had yet to take all-time highs. We retrace at 9:30 into this fair value gap again, right? You guys are kind of getting the idea, right? It's just when the market is trending, we're just internal range liquidity to external range liquidity on repeat, right? So you're just looking for this, and you're looking for retracements to internal, find a lower time frame fractal entry. Same thing here. Retrace to high time frame internal, find a corresponding time frame aligned entry model on the low time frame, right? So we trade into that internal, then we get some S&T on this consecutive candle here between 9:30 and 9:45. ES sweeps it out right here. And then we get this breaker block formation. So first, it's not that one, this one. IFG, close above here. Actually, close above here. My entry was actually once we closed above the IFG, I was inside of this candle. Standard deviations of that breaker, -2, a line kind of up above all-time highs. And then we were kind of right here at the end of the stream for me. And we had this SMT already at the previous 4-hour high. Okay. So as it stood, what I was looking for was I was in down here. And then we had this SMT at the previous 4-hour high. So I was beginning to kind of play things, play things by ear, kind of see how things go. And I said, if we close below this low and create this 1-minute breaker with the 4-hour high SMT, that's trouble for our setup. Okay. So we don't get a single, I monitored it here. We didn't get a single 1-minute closure below that low. So I maintained in my position. And then I think I got out up and around here somewhere. I think it was in this candle once we created this breaker here. Or after all-time high. Let me pull up the execution. Oh. Execution labels, execution marks. Oh, am I not signed in? I'm not. Dang it. Okay, hang on. Perfect. There we go. So I actually didn't, I was driving to the gym when we took this all-time high here. I wanted to see us get up into that -2 standard deviation. But once we created this, then we created this breaker here and I just exited down here. So not the best exit, but I mean, I was already off and away from the charts and I saw this and I was like, okay, I'm just going to get out. But so not the best exit, but maintained our composure. So you can still see my chart annotations. Closure below equals bad for business. Look at that. Right. So stayed in it. Just making sure you guys can see that like I didn't just close as soon as I was done the stream. Stuck by what I said. So there is that. And that is the trade breakdown from the morning. Not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. Not the best trade of the week in terms of, a big bagger, but beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, I liked it. It made sense. Took the same longs, but got waked out. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen, especially on the micro. Micro is being a prick, to be fair. Classic market maker buy model. Indeed. Do you move your stop loss at all? Yeah, I do. Dependent. So how I did that today was I got into the long here. Got into the long, and then once we kind of got up in here, I moved my stop loss below 930 open, which was like just about at BE, just a little bit below BE. Because we had that SMT, we had the breaker prepped. So I wasn't, if we formed the breaker there, I probably would have just gotten out. And it would have been just a slight profit trade. But this wick, I wanted to at least protect myself below something. So I used kind of this low, this series of lows down here and below 930 open. Because 930 open had already been, traded above and respected once, twice, 3 times, well, 4 times. So I didn't see a reason for us to get down here again. So I just put my stop there. And that's rare. That's very rare. The only reason I did that is because of the criteria given to me. If there was no SMT at this high and there was no whatever, and I was feeling confident, I would keep my stop where it was, where it started at. Because I didn't have any conflicting criteria. And then there's nothing that pisses me off more than being in a good trade and managing it poorly and causing me to get knocked out only to have it deliver. So I like to keep my stop where it is. I don't mind having a bigger stop. I like having my stops at invalidation points at lows. I don't try to get cheeky like some other people to get better RR. I'd rather give my trade the room to breathe, right? So all my trades, it just makes sense to me. Like the way I think is like, why wouldn't you give your trade the best possible chance to work out, right? Because every time you move your stop, so let's go here, right? So let's say whatever. Taking this trade with this stop loss, I know I have a 70+% chance, 70% plus win rate, 60, 65 with human error. I have like a very solid win rate, like 70% plus on paper win rate with my stop at this low. The entry doesn't matter. The stop does. The stop and the take profit dictates your probabilities. More importantly, the stop. Okay. If I move it here, my probabilities drop, but my RR increases. Okay. If I move it here, RR improves some more, but win rate decreases more, right? What's more important, especially as a prop trader? Keeping a higher win rate. You don't need an 80% win rate. You don't need to also try to just go for negative RR with a 90% win rate. Kind of find that middle ground that you're comfortable with, right? Have a good win rate. It is okay. I'm gonna get fucking flamed for this if the wrong people catch this clip, but yes, it's fucking possible to have 3R average pop or more with a high win rate. It's fucking possible. Anyone that thinks otherwise just hasn't figured it out yet. It's not hard. You just have to hold your trades. So all these people like one to one's great. If you are, if you like it and you like stress-free trading and you have a lot of size and one to one's good for you, fucking have at her, bud. Have at her. Not for me, but hey, go for it. But it is possible. Now, is it possible to have like an average 10 RR average over a long period of time with like a 70% win rate? Probably not. Might be pushing it a little bit, short terms for sure, but they're going to come with drawdowns, right? So that's just variance. The variance is going to be a little higher, but it's possible, entirely possible. Like I think 2 R to R with like a 60, 70% win rate, like that's a great place to start. And then you work your way up from there. Um, Hang on. Okay, good. I thought that I was just missing a trade for a second. Because if we had SMT at this low and we were creating this breaker, I would have been long. But yeah, easily attainable. I might get flamed for that because some people don't believe it. But I'm not here to appease others. I'm just here to yap basically. But the best advice I can give is trade based on your personality. When I say personality, I don't mean ego though. There's a difference. Some people say, "Well, I need a high RR system. That's my personality." No, that's your fucking ego. Like there's a difference, you know. This thing might just cook. What's this? 10:30. 10:30. 10:30. Okay, nothing. I'm making sure I'm not tripping. How about gold though, hey? I remember earlier before all this happened. I mean, this was all headline driven, so like how could we know? But the daily, like I mean, yeah, the daily for sure points to higher because like we're just forming swing after swing. Um, but damn, did they move it? Bitcoin still giving her. CL. CL filled its fucking diaper this morning. Calls into the weekend, anticipating that the the ceasefire talks don't go well? Question mark. Don't do that. Don't do that without telling me first. Yeah. Please don't let this be a boring session. Pretty please. Give us something. But pray the market's about to close. I'm scared. Fuck no. Ah. Hello to our 26 viewers on X. 27. You are all loved. You'll be loved even more if you join us on YouTube. 15-minute break or short? You can. 'Tis not for me, sir. 'Tis not for me. It's just too bullish. Makes sense. Like, I'm not saying it won't, but it's one that I'll happily leave out. Unless we get some sort of added confluences. Does anyone here use Claude Code? Anyone here? Like, I'm not talking like Claude AI, like Claude Code, the actual. I forget what it's called. I forget what the acronym is. If so, teach me a couple things about it and like tell me why I should use it. I want to, but like I need to like kind of know what I'm working with because like I feel like it'd be like giving a caveman a screwdriver. Be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? It's amazing. I've heard all these amazing things, but like I haven't seen a single thing that anyone's built with Claude AI. You know, need to watch a few videos and it's easy to use. Okay, I like easy to use. I don't want to fuck around. I'm not a computer guy. I put out fucking fires for a living. I'm just a dumb fireman. Dumb fireman, dumb day trader. The thing is, for us, when trader, you don't have a need for personal assistant. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking is like use it to like just make my life more efficient. Like I don't know what much about. I'm not that creative. It's something that it's a muscle that I need to work on, like to be more creative. Um, but like I would use it for something like so like I want to get into like every week checking like macroeconomic stuff. So like checking interest rate, interest rate changes and like probabilities, um, and like checking credit spreads, all that stuff, just like to basically speed up that so I don't have to go and like look at okay, December 2026, this 2% chance of this many cuts, 4%, 40% chance of this many cuts, and then like get the expected value. I want it just like give me give me the current interest rate backdrop for probabilities of how many cuts we're gonna have in 2026, and then just like have it like do it for me, you know. But like, man, if 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 this AI shit isn't like some fucking Black Mirror stuff, I don't know what is. Like, I feel like life is about to just be like one big Black Mirror episode. Has anyone watched Black Mirror? It's so trippy, dude. So trippy. Oh, someone asked a question. Sorry, Dylan. My I can't scroll up. My chat is being buggy. Uh, how big are your stops generally? It all depends on volatility. Um, my stops can be anywhere from like 15 points to 100 points. Don't matter. As long as my risk can afford it, I don't care. Because if I'm taking a breaker for my entry, and that breaker, I'm also using the manipulation, using the breaker as the manipulation to project distribution via standard deviations. It don't matter if it's 60 points or 100 points. My standard deviations change, so do my targets. The bigger the manipulation, the bigger the distribution. Okay. Oh shit. Poundell trading. Okay, I gotta read all your shit here. The AI agent framework to help people who need administrative work to be done. If you want to use it for your job as a trader, you can do this. Install OpenClaw or Hermes agent, and then ask agents to send you a personal podcast every day about your interest. If it's macroeconomics, agents during the night can do that and send you a report newsletter every morning. There are two ways of doing it, the cloud way or the local model. Cloud means you give your data to OpenAI and Anthropic, whereas if you install it using local models like Gemma, for instance, if you keep your data and everything you do is private. I would prefer it to be private, not because I'm some tinfoil hat wearing loser, but just because I like the idea of just not sharing my data. But there's different agents for different things too. Like, because like I know there's like Opus and everyone's talking about Opus right now, but then there's like what else is there? There's so many different fucking agents. Uh, okay, hang on, hang on. Oh, the agents are the okay. Like Claude is the agent itself. Copilot is the agent. But then what are they're like versions, right? They're like different versions. Like Opus is a version. There's Sora. There's um see, this is how stupid I am. This is how stupid I am. Hang on. Continue with Google. Logging in. Oh, I'm trying to get the other examples of different, I guess models would be what it is. Different models. Sorry, I don't even see the chat. So there's generative AI, there's LLMs, there's oh yeah. Fuck, I don't know, man. I need AI to teach me about AI. So like agents are your employees. So like Claude would be like Claude code would be my agent. So like if I did OpenClaw, that's my agent. But like it might use Opus as the model to like best fit my needs. Opus is the brain. Okay, I see. And its capabilities are different than like a different one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I use AI. I'm not like I'm not like ignorant to it, but the ins and outs, how to like become more and more efficient with it, different ball game. Yeah, I've heard Opus is good. I like so like what I'll use like I use Claude to like generate a tax summary to send to my accountant. Like I plugged in all my numbers and then just said, make me a PDF. Make me a PDF and like that I could send or like Excel sheet that I could send to my accountant so that they just like create everything because I suck with Excel and Google Sheets and all that bullshit. I don't know like I don't know the formulas. It's like I'll use it for stuff like that or like I'll use it for like logic and reasoning. But in terms of like build me a newsletter that I can check on every day with this criteria. Like, give me a fundamental newsletter every Monday, tracking interest rates, tracking geopolitical news, tracking credit spreads, AI, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. LLMs are your buddy, which you talk to. Okay, yeah, Lord knows I need more friends. And it can only reply. If you want a Jarvis like experience, then you add agents on top of it because agents can get access to your mail or go to the web. I like that. I like that analogy of Jarvis. I like that. Be like fucking Iron Man. I'd be like the Wish.com version of Iron Man, Plywood Man. Okay. What do we got going on? Sweet FA. For those watching on X, these are all YouTube replies. So I swear I'm not talking to myself. I swear it. Mr. Asa. Asa. Drop some knowledge bombs. You're currently in my headphones during shoulder day at the gym. I have a knowledge bomb for you. If you go to bed with an itchy bum, you'll wake up with stinky fingers. How's that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What do you want to know? I don't. I can't just pull it out of my. I just can't pull it out of my arse. We went over my trade from the morning. Yeah, you're one of them deep thinkers. One of them deep thinkers, aren't you? Confucius says. Page 42, Daily Stoic. The itchy bum theory. Sorry, that's childish of me. Lock in. Um, Looking like YM wants to take that current PM low, which I don't hate. What that would look like. Wish it was the lunch low, but yeah. I wish it was the lunch low, then I could have a clean like liquidity pairing. And I could take lunch low to lunch high to like know what range I'm working in. I guess I can go like current PM low to current PM high. Nothing wrong with that. Just play like the hourly range. So like we sweep out this previous hourly candle and then target the previous hourly candle high. But if I do that, then Romeo might come for me. That guy hasn't tweeted in months, and the space is better for it. Don't need him coming back. Yeah, yeah, 20. Yeah, you're right. Twitter's still not that great. I need to, I need to post more in there though. I need to get back on the posting train. I just don't know what. I used to like have so many ideas. I used to have so many ideas, and now, I mean, it's just because I'm rusty. It's been a while. Just have to build some momentum. So if anyone has any ideas of things I should post that they would like to see, speak now. Let me know. Make me famous. Run vlogs. Yeah, just listen to me pant for 15 minutes. I thought about doing another running series, but I trained this entire like marathon prep on the fucking treadmill, dude. So like how I don't want to be the guy like at the gym on the treadmill, like look at me running on the treadmill. Like it wasn't really kind of boring. I'd be that cringy guy videotaping myself running on a treadmill. 30-minute gap at 26,856 is Short City. Short City? Hey, if we get some SMT inside there in a low time frame fractal entry, I might be inclined to agree. Just maybe. Well, marathon, I could never run that long. I do 6, 7 miles and that's all. You could do it. It just takes time. Anyone can do it. Just most people don't want to. Marathons are good. They're a good test. They're a good milestone. Like I think if you want to find what you're fucking made of, go run a marathon. Train and run a marathon. Or train for and run a marathon. You'll see your limits. I actually like the 1 hour gap on ES more now looking at it. 1 hour gap. Like this tiny little thing? Is that even? No. Are you talking about this for higher? I'm just going to let the market show me what it wants to do. Safer that way for me. Don't go there. Don't go there, Asa. 7169. don't think that's a 1 hour gap, bro. No gap there. What's this high? 66.75. The low of this is 6. It's a perfect rebalance. There's no gap. I was on ESM 2026 hourly chart. You said hour gap. There's a 30-minute gap at 71.69. Not a 1 hour though. Did you mean 30-minute? $30-minute? Okay, good. Yeah, I was like, I'm not tripping. I swear I'm not tripping, Pop. When did I exit my long? I'll show you. My exit was shit because I was away from the charts when we were here, and then I got the alert. I got the alert that I went to the gym, like right around here. Drove to the gym, yada yada yada. 20 minutes go by. I get out of my car at the gym, see that we tagged all time high and we were already here. So I was like, well, fuck. And I was like, I'm not gonna monitor. I'm not gonna be on the treadmill monitoring this trade. It already tagged kind of where I was looking for, so I just exited down here. So I just had a shitty exit. I didn't set limits for this area. What I wanted to do was hopefully get the alert that we were at all-time highs and then see if we can squeeze up to -2. But yeah, because I had my limit up there, -2. Actually, I had it a little higher, but yeah, it's all good. This is what it is. It is what it is. Actually, I don't want to be on that. Here we got some hourly low. Hourly low SMT. Mm. thing might just want to continue higher, to be honest. I don't know. I don't feel like longing into a 15-minute bearish breaker. Like it has SMT. It's not the best SMT, but we've got this hourly low SMT here. Taken back into this breaker. Actually, I want to see where these projections take us. Take it right up to lunch high. Now we've got like that previous hourly low SMT there. We could see PM high go get ran out. I'm just gonna drag this up, check something on my dashboard. I don't want leaking account numbers. I don't want no leaks. I don't think it matters, but oh, you could do that. Oh shit, I should have just asked you to do that. That's fucking goated, Gavin. Thank you. In the future, I'll just do that. Man, our producers are deadly. W's in the chat for the producers. These guys are dialed. Cheers, sir. I thought we would get TGIF set up this morning, but even then, right now, it's not showing sign of weakness. It may be we get it on Monday. Then, yeah, we'll get it when it tells us, right? Like, I spit all over my fucking mic. We'll know when it's coming, right? Like, we have specific criteria we look for, right? I mean, hopefully I'll be streaming on Monday morning, so I can so we can walk through it again. But we'll see. What that would have to look like is we'd have to see some sort of, for short term, we need to see some sort of daily swing formed, SMT on a session liquidity basis, or like previous daily high. And then we have some sort of liquidity pairing to work with, right? So like previous daily high to previous daily low with like good projections. Otherwise, for any sort of larger time frame. So like if we want to like rebalance some of this, like we would need a large hourly breaker block that have projections aligning. So like just like measure it out. So like let's say something like that. You can draw measurements from that. So like this would take -2. That would take us like kind of back into the range, back into this fair value gap, which ain't bad, right? So we need to see something like that. The market will show you what it wants to do. And then it'll tell you with SMT, liquidity, and breakers. The liquidity is kind of a good, gives you a good basis for where, what range we're likely to work in, right? Like for example, if we take session liquidity, like we take previous daily high, we can target a previous daily low. If we take a London high, we target London low, things like that, right? And then we align it with specific standard deviation projections of our breakers. So the market quite literally, like with my model and like some of my friends' models, like the market literally shows you where it wants to go. There's no guesswork involved. The standard deviations tell you, the liquidity that we take with and we form the SMR at tells you. And then it tells you that you're right up until you get a corresponding conflicting or like opposing breaker with the same criteria, right? So that's kind of what a model is, right? It's if then statements to negate or qualify your idea. I hope these rebalance shorts absolutely eat. Yeah. Yeah. What a crazy run up, though. This was crazier than last year's. Last year's run up was like slow and lethargic for a lot of it. Like we had a few big range days, like here and here. But like for the most part, it was like expand, grind, expand, grind, expand, grind, expand, grind all the way up, grind. Yeah. Yeah. This was like a historic volatility move. They really had the driver figured out this year. Boy, oh boy. When is the latest in the day you'd usually take a position? Is that something that you consider? Yeah. Um, when it's in the PM, man, I'm taking scalps. That's it. Like, so I'll take a trade like the final hour. Um, but like if it's like 3:45 and I ain't got shit, then like I'm probably just done, you know? Like I've already spent too much time. Like, I mean, I kind of know like by the time like 3 o'clock rolls around, like I know if I'm gonna get something or not. Like, and it's looking pretty bare bones at the moment. I could try something. Like I could try like a like a previous hourly low SMT targeting this high here. So it would be like kind of like I would have bought this for value gap down here. Stop at PM low. Target this high. That would have been something. Maybe, but like, is that really what I want to be doing? Not really. If you're sitting at the charts on a Friday afternoon, 3 p.m., and you're itching your sack for another trade, you got bigger problems. You should probably get off the charts. Like I'm settled in. I'm settled into the weekend. All I can think about are the meatballs and spaghetti I'm gonna make tonight and the Epsom salt bath I'm gonna take later. That's all I'm thinking about. That's right. I take baths. Grown ass man taking baths. I'm sat at the charts at 8 p.m. on a Friday, man. The UK isn't cut out for New York session. Well, dude, go out to the pub. Go do something fun. You're young, live it up. Go do something you'll regret. Take your lady out. Go dancing. Go bowling. It's not gonna It's not going to hinder your progress unless it becomes a crazy habit. But I've seen you. I've seen you in Discord. You seem pretty dedicated. I'm seeing the lady later now. Usually train this later on Friday. Yeah, it's better shit to do, dude. There's better stuff to do. Excuse me. Bray, you should close up shop and go make your dinner with some good wine. Dude, I have like one of my favorite reds sitting in our cabinet, and I can't even drink it because I'm sober until after my race. I made a promise. And I have Bradley guy just summons. Usually you have to say Beetlejuice 3 times. You just have to say wine once. Bradley shows up. What's up, Bradley? Yeah, we're talking wine in here. Yeah, I got some of my favorite beer and one of my favorite bottles of wine. Well, my favorite wine brand. Um, Sitting in our liquor cabinet, and I can't even drink it because I'm not drinking until after May 3rd. Well, actually, on May 3rd, when I cross the finish line, in hopefully close to or under 3 hours, I would like a beer immediately after. My favorite red, though, I don't know. I don't have a favorite right now. My favorite kind. Um, I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Pinot, like with a Pinot Noir. Can't go wrong with a Pinot Noir. If you can get bread and butter, if they sell American wine where you're at, try bread and butter. My favorite wine, though, I mean, I'm simple, dude. I like Chardonnay. Chardonnay can't be beat. It's not too. I like buttery wines. That's why I like Chardonnay so much. But I find Chardonnay super buttery. But red wine's good too. Um, why can't I? Why can't I think of it? It's not a. It's not a Zin. It might be. It might be a Zinfandel. No, it's Shiraz. It's a Shiraz. Shiraz are good too, but like Cab Sav can't be beat either. It depends what you're eating too, if you're eating. If you're not eating, I wouldn't go for like a full-bodied wine. I'd go for like a medium or a light, like a Merlot or a Pinot for reds. But if you're eating like a steak, you can't beat like a Cab Sav or a Shiraz. Shiraz. I think it's Shiraz. Um, but if you're eating like pasta or like chicken or fish, white's great. White wines are great. But yeah, dude, wine drunk is different. Wine drunk is so different. You can get real stocious off a couple bottles of wine. Prosecco. Ooh, she fancy. Imagine going to the club. Asa going to the club. And he doesn't ask for your regular, he doesn't ask for a pint. He doesn't ask for a highball. He doesn't ask for a vodka cran or whatever the shit the kids are drinking nowadays. He asks for a 9 ounce glass of nicely aerated red wine. Nothing gets your boots going quite like a glass of wine. Ooh, Nebbiolo. What the heck is it? What region is that from? What region is that from? Italian, red wine, grape, Piedmont region. I'm gonna have to try this. Ooh. Is it like a, okay, it's not super dry, high tannins. Are tannins like, what do tannins mean? Is that like an acidity thing? Oh, polyphenols. Okay, found in grape skin, seed, stems, and windrows. Oh, it gives us this dryness. Pucker power. Cool. Gives you that like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, I'm weird. Do I drive when I'm drunk? No, not anymore. Yeah, I drive. Um, yeah, we do have to meet up Da Vinci. Sweden sound good? Where do you want to meet? Switzerland. Ooh, I'm down for that. We should all go skiing. No, fuck skiing. Let's go tubing. Let's go to Switzerland. Let's go to the Alps, the nicest ski resorts. Let's go fucking tubing, boys. um, I've never been to England. No. Yeah, why are you going to Switzerland? Tubing. Yeah, Bradley is skiing. Okay. Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. We'll get him on that little dog leash that we put kids on with skiing. We'll get him. We'll have him doing diamonds, black diamonds by the end of the day. Oh, Bradley does ski. I figured Texas. You typically don't put Texas and skiing together. No, I'd be down to go somewhere hot too, though. South of France. You want to go like what about we could do the Amalfi Coast. My tag's popping out. South France for sure. I'm moving there in 2 years. I'll put you up in my spare bedroom. Appreciate it, brother. Or you can come stay with us in our big fuck off Airbnb. You're not missing much by not coming to England ever. No, dude, I gotta go to England. One, I have to go to England because I have to meet Kane. I have to go to England because my missus has been to London for 3 out of the 4 seasons, and she wants to check off the fourth. I think it's spring she needs to go there for. But I'd like to go to like to go to London. I'm more interested in going to check out Scotland, Scotland and Ireland, the homeland. Ooh, Croatia's nice. I've been there. Greece would be sick too. Scotland is a different story. Yeah, I want to go there. That's where my mom's side is from. I'm part Scottish. I'm Scottish. I have a weird mix. I'm Scottish, Irish, Ukrainian, and Swedish. Don't know how I'm Swedish. I think it's on my grandma's side, but I'm a mutt, like most Canadians. Did you come to Birmingham? I'd like to check out everywhere, dude. Like I'm shit, anywhere's better than here right now. I think you guys would love Canada though, if you've never been. Where have I been? Dude, I haven't been many places. I've been like in North America and like South America. I've been to the Dominican. I've been to Florida, like Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. I've been to San Diego, Palm Springs. I've been like a lot of places in Canada, obviously. Um, and then Europe, I've been Madrid, Dubrovnik, and Amsterdam. And that's it. I didn't start traveling until I got older. Got older and had some of my own money. Yeah, I really like Dubrovnik, dude. All of Croatia is so nice, man. So nice. The SIGs there are great too. Spain's pretty cool though. I like Spain. I'd like to go check out Barcelona. Amsterdam is beautiful from what I can remember. Too many uh too many spliffs and in the blue light. Yeah, I think we do a trip. I'd like to. Oh, that would be so cool, Bradley. Well, wait, how about fuck all that? Why don't we go to Japan? We could take my gold Asia model for a spin. Not like I'm not like an Asia model person. Like fuck, I shouldn't have even said anything. My GC model. I don't have an Asian model that we can take for a spin. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the trading model. He's like, fucking shut up, Brady. Tokyo's so freaking cool. Yeah, I've heard, dude. I've heard. Um, fuck. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I feel like once you get to like close to 30 or higher, like you kind of just like you get into running, you get into endurance sports, home home like DIY projects, and Japan. I feel like that's my life right now outside of work is like marathons, ultra marathons, Japan, Guinness, and DIY projects. We have to invite, yeah, we have to invite Tenny. How else are we gonna afford it? We're gonna rinse him for all his money. I would just give him the credentials to my account for the week. I would be 6 sheets to the wind all week, and he can trade for us. I'm head out, fellas. Good luck trading this beautiful PA. Have a good weekend. Yeah, you too, brother. Enjoy your evening with the lady, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Yeah, we'll hang out for a little longer, guys. I don't have any interest in any of this. I wish I could do something, but sorry, kind of got off topic with everything, but sometimes it just be that way, you know? I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun just chatting it up with you guys. Because if there's nothing going on and we don't have any back testing, we don't have anything going on, nobody's asking questions, like let's just chop it up. Let's hang out. Let's have fun. Life's too short. You feel me? What's everyone's weekend plans? It's the wife's B-day. Well, wish her happy B-day for me. Tomorrow, of course, not right now. But wake her up at midnight and say that Bray says happy birthday. Gym, paddleboarding, beach, and grilling. Oh my God, you're living my dream. Wade cried this morning because he found out the Sharks didn't make the playoffs? Is that what you mean? You got to get him a Celebrini jersey, dude. You got to get him a Celebrini jersey and then go to a game when the Sharks are playing and get Celebrini to sign it before he gets too famous. That's so cool that he's into hockey. Oh, they're so fun to watch. They're such a good team. They're going to be good in a few years. Delivering a luxury boat to Stockholm to the co-founder of Spotify tomorrow. Lunch and out for drinks. Oh my goodness. That's actually cool as shit. He wants a Celebrini beat it. That was like me when Crosby was around, when Crosby was like new to the league. I know exactly how he's feeling. Like, I mean, I was a little older than him, to be fair, when like Crosby came in and like I started to become a fan of Crosby, but it's so cool. You like idolize these guys. Well, Not much going on here. I don't foresee anything going on either. I think we've kind of settled where we're at. Um, I'm probably gonna call it here, you guys, because like I said, yeah, there's just not a ton to do. So, and I don't want to keep you guys going any further with just my banter. So, um, yeah, even crazier to think Celebrini only like 14, 15. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. And he's already just so far ahead in life. See you later, Da Vinci. Okay, guys, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go chillax for a bit before supper. I haven't had much of a spare moment of time today yet, so I'm gonna go get some me time in, and then I am gonna peace out for the weekend. Good day today, just the one trade, just the one long in the AM session from today's New York session. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming next week. I'm around Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I will be streaming at least two out of those 3 days, probably in the PM. But you guys have a good weekend. Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the weather if it's nice, and try to enjoy it if it's not. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao for now.